welcome back. So I began to experiment with my makeup and how I'm going to want it for my wedding day, and I thought I would share with you. And I got the idea because in my last video one of you guys mentioned, and I was like, hey, I really should do videos on wedding looks. So this is the first one. I'll probably do another one. The other one I want to do is more of a bronzy and brownish look, and at first I wasn't sure if I wanted to do my own makeup or if I should go with someone else, but I decided at the end, you know what, I know my face the best. I know what products I use and that work for me and for my oily skin, because I have super oily skin, so I know what works for me best. So you guys definitely let me know if you like this look or not, and then sometime soon I'll probably have the other look up and you guys can help me choose which one I can wear. So I don't usually show this tip in my other videos because I like to focus it just on the eyes, but for this video I think it is appropriate to show how I get there from the very beginning. So my face is already clean, and next after that I do use my Clean and Clear Advantage Acne Spot on just my problem areas, which is like along here. So I get some of that and I just dab here because this is where I have a lot of pimples, and I like to use this during the day so it can work throughout the day. And the Mario Badescu drying lotion I've been using at night. After that seeps into my skin, I do go in with my Jergens Shea Butter moisturizer. After a few minutes of letting that sit on my face to really let it sink into my skin, then we go on to foundation. I use my disposable sponge, and my all-time favorite foundation is the Revlon Colorstay, and I get mine in combination oily skin formula. And after foundation, I apply my concealer, and for this I'm going to be using a combination of two concealers. And I go in with my ring finger just to dip it in. All the liquid products are already applied onto my face, and I do go in with powder, plenty of it, but before that I am going to go ahead and set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Pollution Protection, and I have my fan ready to fan my face. And then after that settles into my face, I do go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder and another disposable sponge. And this powder I like to use to press onto my skin. I do pressing motions, and I feel that this really helps my makeup to last longer. And I apply this to the center parts of my face and my T-zone. I know that I look a little weird right now, and that's because I just pressed the powder onto my face. I didn't rub it, I didn't do any of that. I just literally just pressed so that powder stays on my face. And I'm about to look a little bit more weird because now I'm going in with my Airspun loose powder. The other powder I did along here and along here, and this Airspun I'm just going to do more like of a circle, like, or oval. I'm looking super white, I know that, but all that is about to change. I'm going in with my last powder, and that's really going to make my skin look flawless. I take my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder, and with a face brush I'm going to go ahead and blend all of that on my face. This powder I like to focus on the outer portions of my face where I haven't applied any powder yet. And as I'm going, then I start blending it into the powder that's already on my face, if that makes sense. And you want to make sure you're blending onto your neck. I do leave my nose to bake just for a little bit and we'll fix it later. Let's go on to contouring the face and just adding some color back on now that we have everything even. I take my BH Cosmetics contour palette and I like to mix usually 3 colors. Going with like a rounder face brush and those same colors onto my temples. Then I go in with my e.l.f. complexion brush and it has no product on it. It's absolutely clean and I just use this to go over those places to, I guess, really blend it into the skin. I don't know how to explain it, but I like doing this step because it just helps. Let's go on to blush. Now I'm using Milani Tea Rose powder blush. Going back in with my Airspun to really carve out those cheeks. I'm going to let all of that just sit on my face as I do my eyes. So I like to use my concealer as my eyelid primer. I just apply a few dots onto there and then blend it with my finger. And then with the fluffy brush, I take the lightest shadow of my contour palette to set that concealer just a tiny bit, a little bit. I think for this whole eye look, I will be just sticking with my Carli Bybel palette. It has the perfect colors that I want to work with. First, I'll be taking this shade. I'm using that as my transition color. I like beginning by focusing on the outer parts in circular motions and then bringing it slowly in. Going in with the clean, fluffy brush just to make sure I have no harsh edges. Next, going in with the darkest shade in that palette. It's just a dark brown. And I'm picking up some of that to deepen up that color. After that, I am going to be taking with my finger this pinky shimmery shade and I'm going to tap that onto my eyelid. And then again with my clean fluffy brush to make sure everything's nice and blended. For the highlight on my eyes, I am going in with the darker pink highlight shade for my brow bone. And for the inner corner, I'm using the lighter pink shade first. And after that, I'm applying a tiny bit of the white. And this highlight, I do like to drag it up just a tiny bit. Once most of the product is on the inner corner, I do like to drag it up just a tiny bit, like that. At this point, this is where I like to finish baking. So I'm going to take that face brush with no additional product and just dab it onto my nose, just so that's not too white. A clean small brush to make sure it's nice and even. And also the cheeks. I'm going in to highlight my cheekbones and I'm using a combination of the darker pink and lighter pink. I'm taking a tiny bit of those colors onto my cupid's bow. And whatever's left on my finger onto the tip of my nose. Next, I'm going in just to brush out my eyebrows. And I don't usually fill in my eyebrows. Reason why I'm not filling them in. But everyone has their preference. If you usually do fill in your eyebrows, go ahead and do it. I can't go out without my wing, so my trusty e.l.f. felt tip liner will do just what I want. After that is eyelashes, and what I like to do is I take one of these like with the comb side and I'm going to comb down first, and this helps to take off any of that fallout of the eyeshadow that might have fallen onto your eyelashes. And I like to comb down first and then I go ahead and comb them up, and this also helps prepare them for when I am curling them so that they're not clumped together. And I'm going in just to give it a curl. And then I will be applying only mascara. Again, if your preference is to wear falsies, then go ahead and do that. Me personally, I know I'm going to be crying a lot, and happy tears, they will be happy tears, but I am a huge crier. And if I wear falsies on the big day, I feel like I'm just going to be worrying about them falling off and having to reapply them and all that. So I don't want to deal with that. I'm just going to go in with my trusty Maybelline mascara. This one is the Push Up Drama. Any Maybelline mascara is my favorite, so I know that works for me. So now I have my 2 layers to both top and bottom lashes. And also a trick I like to do just to give your lashes that extra lift is after they're dry, I take my finger and I kind of curve it so that when I press it against, it's going to give it a lift. I press it to like the base of my lashes and I just press a couple times and I pulse. Just doing light presses. I start from the base and I go up. Super light presses, and then I might hold it for a few seconds and then start pulsing again. It just gives you an extra lift on your eyelashes. All we have left is lips, and of course you want to moisturize and you never want to forget. And for this look, I'm going in first with my NYX matte lipstick in Euro Trash. And after I have that color on, I am going in with the NYX Lingerie in Corset. After all that is said and done, give your face one last spray and you'll be good to go. And that was all, guys. It was a little bit more in depth than what I usually do, but I hope you enjoyed. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, like and comment if you'd like, and I'll talk to you guys soon.